You may know the First and Second Amendments, but what about the Ninth and Tenth? Most people don't know that the Ninth Amendment protects rights that aren't even listed in the Constitution. The 10th Amendment determines how much power states have, and that fight is still happening today. These two amendments hold the key to many modern debates, but they're often overlooked. Why did the Founding Fathers create them? What do they mean today, and how do they protect you? Let's break it all down. When the Bill of Rights was written, the Founding Fathers had a problem. They had listed specific rights like freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. But what about other rights? Ones they forgot to mention. Would the government try to take away rights just because they weren't written down? That's why James Madison added the Ninth Amendment to make it clear the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. In simple terms, if a right isn't listed, that doesn't mean you don't have it. The Ninth Amendment is like a safety net, protecting your personal freedoms even if they aren't written in the Constitution. How does the Ninth Amendment impact you today? Many Supreme Court cases have used the Ninth Amendment to protect rights. In the Griswold v. Connecticut case of 1965, the Ninth Amendment was used to protect the right to personal privacy. In the Loving v. Virginia case of 1967, the Ninth Amendment helped protect marriage rights and strike down bans on interracial marriage. Many argue that the Ninth Amendment also protects rights in issues such as medical freedom and digital privacy, but that debate is likely to continue. Interestingly, some people believe the Ninth Amendment protects rights like choosing your job, education, or lifestyle, but the courts have never formally defined its limits. Now, let's move on to the 10th Amendment, which plays a crucial role in defining the balance of power between the federal government and the states. After the Revolution, the states didn't trust the federal government. They had just fought a war to escape British rule, and now they were being asked to form a stronger national government under the Constitution, but they had one big fear. What if the federal government became too powerful, just like the king they had fought against? That's where the 10th Amendment comes in. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. In simple terms, the federal government only has the powers listed in the Constitution. Everything else, it belongs to the states or the people. This amendment was a way to keep government power balanced, but ever since it was written, people have debated, where does federal power stop and where does state power begin? How does the 10th Amendment impact you today? The 10th Amendment still fuels major debates today. For example, marijuana laws. Some states have legalized marijuana, even though it's illegal under federal law. The question is, which one governs? Regarding gun control, many states have different restrictions beyond federal laws. For education policies, states set their own school rules, curriculums, and testing requirements. Health and safety is also a topic often left for the states. During the COVID-19 pandemic, states made their own decisions about mask mandates, vaccines, and lockdowns. One ironic fact is that both the Civil War and Civil Rights Movement were fights over how much power states should have versus the federal government. In summary, the 9th and 10th Amendments may not be as famous as the 1st or 2nd, but they protect your freedoms in ways you might not realize. The 9th Amendment makes sure you have rights beyond what's written in the Constitution. The 10th Amendment ensures that states have control over local issues, a debate that still continues today. Do you think the federal government has too much power or not enough? Let us know in the comments. Want more deep dives into the Constitution and more breakdowns of U.S. history's biggest moments? Subscribe and turn on notifications.